Hey, this is James Glass with James Glass Company, and this video is about lath and plaster removal in old pre-World War II homes. Modern homes use a drywall product that's 4x8 or 4x12 or 4x16 if it's custom. In the old days, if you get a shot up here at the ceiling that still has lath on it, these furring strips of lath were nailed to the joists, rafters, and this wall studs or the rafters, and then a scratch coat of lath was put on, and then a final coat of lath was put on. Here's an example of it. You can see it squeezes in between the openings in the lath. I don't know if you can get a cross-sectional view of that or not, but you'll notice this color of plaster is different than this white layer, and that's because this is the base coat, the scratch coat, and this is the finish coat. I don't know if you can zoom in there. Anyway, before the advent of modern manufacturing and drywall, this was basically the way walls were done in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Well, that's great, except this is 2011. And I need to get inside all these walls to run HVAC, new wiring, new plumbing, and a lot of this lath and plaster is cracked and just in a sad state of disrepair, so it's got to be removed. So what we've done first is we've, with a hammer, removed only the plaster. And now I know the lath is off the wall here, but that's just for demonstration purposes. We did not, if you look, if you pan the camera down, you'll see there's no lath mixed up. So step one is to simply remove the plaster, which then leads us to step two, which is to pull the lath down, the wooden lath, and take it out to the construction dumpster, which you can see out here. Some people use this as kindling. I don't. It really doesn't have much of a reuse. Unfortunately, it's hard to turn into mulch because it's full of nails. But anyway, step two is very important, which is no way, shape, or form should the plaster and lath come down together, because then the lath and the plaster is all mixed up and you can't shovel it, which is what I'm doing now. So by separating that into two steps, it makes removal a lot easier, which is what we're doing. So plaster all down, then the lath down and out the window, leaving just the plaster in the room, which we then shovel into these buckets. And a team of us, which tonight is just my son Zach and I, are carrying this out to the back. And we're dumping it in the back in a triage area. Let's get a shot of that, Zach. We're dumping it in a triage area where the plaster is going to be recycled. We're going to wet it down, and we're going to grind it up, and we're going to mix it with soil. And there isn't a whole lot of paint involved. Let's go on back in here. There isn't a whole lot of lead paint involved, but I'm going to mix it into soil and plant field grass. And through a process of something called phytoremediation, which you can Google. The EPA has a fantastic website on phytoremediation. You can remove the trace amounts of lead from the soil, and life is good. So we can actually essentially recycle this plaster. So this video is on lath and plaster removal and some of the intricacies involved. And it's a buttload of work. We basically have been working, the two of us have been doing this room. We've got about 8 hours in, just what you see here. And we still have several more hours to clean this up, pull down the ceiling, a lot of work. Basically, a two-man crew can do a room like this in about 12 hours. So, yeah. So we better get back to it. Thanks for watching this video. I'll post a whole bunch more videos on this project, which is the project at 507 7th Street. I appreciate it.